Welcome. My name is Liu Kai Yang. I am from Malaysia, and my edX and my GitHub usernames are listed there. They are both Mr. A Firm. One is in small caps lowercase letters, and another one is in uppercase, but they are case sensitive. And I'm recording this on July the 8th, 2024. So, what topic did I choose for this particular final project? I have chosen one, a zero-day vulnerability that happened in Chrome, known as CVE 2024 5274, which allowed attackers to execute malicious code. So, why did I choose this specific topic? The reason why I chose this specific topic is because it falls under the branch of securing systems, especially with zero-day attacks and securing software for arbitrary code execution. So, what exactly is a zero-day attack? A zero-day attack is essentially when an adversary or more creates a virus, a worm, or anything else and launching them into the wild, which is the internet, or when an adversary or more finds out a vulnerability in a system or anything and exploits the system instead of contacting the developers of the system. And the attacks may be very new and very robust, hence why it might take the developers of the attack system a while to fix the issue. It may range from a few hours to even a week to fix, depending on how new the attack is, and how robust and how complex the attacks may be. So, what exactly is CVE 2024 5274? It's a zero-day vulnerability that affected Google Chrome that was identified by security researchers and by Google's security team. This marks the fourth time such Chrome zero-day attacks happen in May, only in the month of May 2024. This vulnerability has been exploited as attackers used CVE 2024 5274 to execute malicious code to try and compromise user data and browser functionality. The functionality was found in a component of Chrome that handles specific web requests. Google has released updates to mitigate this vulnerability, however. So, what is type confusion vulnerability? First we have to understand what is arbitrary code execution. So, arbitrary code execution is essentially allowing a website or a system to execute code that they're not intended to, that is not a part of their main code, and the extra code that is being executed is probably written by a the user them himself, which is an adversary, many more. So how does type confusion come into play here? So if you look at this website that this fake website that this user that is trying to log into, not even log in, yeah, log into. So it will put out like a username that is not supposed to be correct, that is not supposed to allow it to enter because there's many different extra characters that are not allowed in here. So that's why it says username contains invalid characters. But what if that user uses developer tools or even inspect code, for example, and places in during the client side validation and places in his own script where this script essentially makes it so that it allows the website to actually accept this username at the same time run the script along with the password. So if you look at the other picture, then you realize, okay, now the script is working. The website is allowing this person or this user to enter, even though the username characters are not right. So what? So the website is essentially launching, running a script that is not intended to, and maybe even after when he finishes logging in and the script continues, that it might show up, it might display a message called a hello world to everyone in this website. That is how type confusion vulnerability works. So again, this further explains it. The vulnerability relates to a type of confusion bug in V8 JavaScript and WebAssembly engine. Type confusion vulnerabilities occur when a program attempts to access a resource with that either isn't present, or that it's not allowed or not supposed to access. And of course, it can have a lot, very severe and serious consequences, as it allows adversaries, which is adversaries I spelled wrong, to perform out of bounds memory access, cause a crash, and execute arbitrary code to maybe give the user extra access to certain sensitive data, or deletes certain sensitive data, and many, many more. So how do we prevent the attack? So we should first verify if our auto updates for Chrome is on. If we haven't enabled it, we should go into Chrome, Google Update Applications, then enable update policy, override default policy, and ensure that our Chrome browser gets updated to the latest version. We can check our Chrome version via clicking on the three vertical dots on the top right whenever we are in Google Chrome, and click or press on About Google Chrome to check our Chrome version. So why is auto updating Chrome so important? The older the version of Chrome is on your device, the more prone it is for you to be attacked, as systems get more vulnerable through time. The longer you hold out on updates, the easier it is for adversaries to find vulnerabilities in your system, because new updates tend to have more security features, more security implementations, and more security updates included. So always be aware of your systems. Update them to the latest versions in order to further prevent attackers from trying to find a vulnerability to exploit or develop a virus they can let loose. And also, if you can also try using open source software to combat arbitrary code execution, because the code is made public for everyone to see, so any users can look and know that their code has been tampered with. And alongside the fact that we as users of open source software also expect that the developers are working hard to develop and combat any adversary that is using arbitrary code execution and or other methods to try to do malicious activities. So that's all. Thank you for listening.